Prime Minister Narendra Modi wishes the athletes of Tokyo Olympics 2021, exhorts the nation to support the players with Victory Punch campaign. Interacting with the nation in Man Ki Baat today, the Prime Minister remembers Kargil martyrs on the occasion of the Kargil Vijay Divas. Also recalls the contribution of unsung heroes of the freedom struggle on the celebration of 75 years of independence. Prime Minister Modi highlights the upcoming National Handloom Day on August 7th in today's Man Ki Baat, urges people to support local entrepreneurs, artists, artisans and weavers, calls for Knit India movement on the lines of Quit India movement, gives the mantra of nation first, always first. Further adds, Khadi symbolizes unity in diversity. President Nath Koind on a 3-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh today to pay homage to the brave hearts of Indian Armed Forces on the 22nd anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas. President will grace and address the 19th annual convocation of the University of Kashmir in Srinagar. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurates the plantation drive to promote eco-tourism in Meghalaya, launches Greater Sora water supply scheme to provide drinking water to remote and hilly areas. Union Minister Narayan Rane, leaders of opposition Devendra Fadnavis review flood-affected areas of Konkan and Maharashtra. More than 100 dead, over 1.35 lakh people evacuated, 34 NDRF teams deployed due to flood and incessant rain. Rescue operations are underway. 7 teams are working in Karnataka and 8 are working in Telangana, says the NDRF DG SN Pradhan. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage achieves landmark milestone of 43 crore, over 51 lakh vaccine doses administered in the last 24 hours. Delhi continues to unlock metro and buses to operate with 100% capacity from tomorrow. Cinema halls, theatres and multiplexes to function with 50% capacity. Funeral and last rites gatherings to be permitted with a ceiling of 100 people. On the second day at Tokyo 2020, India's rowing team of Arjun Lal and Arvind Singh qualifies for the semi-finals. PV Sindhu beats Israel's Polikarpova in the first group stage match. Manika Batra through to the second round in the women's singles table tennis. 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom enters the pre-quarter-finals. Hello and welcome to the news at this hour. I'm Amritpal Singh. The breaking news at this hour, India's Mary Kom has entered the pre-quarter-finals. Well, now let's talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address to the nation through Man Ki Baat program today. The Prime Minister called upon people to work for unity of the nation. He also called upon people to enthusiastically participate in the Amrit Mahotsav.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi called upon people to enthusiastically participate in Amrit Mahotsav, 75th year celebration of India's independence. Prime Minister said, Amrit Mahotsav is not a program of government or party, but it is the outpouring of emotions of people of India.
अमृत महोत्सव किसी सरकार का कार्यक्रम नहीं, किसी राजनीतिक दल का कार्यक्रम नहीं, यह कोटि-कोटि भारतवासियों का कार्यक्रम है। हर स्वतंत्र और कृतज्ञ भारतीय का अपने स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों को नमन है और इस महोत्सव की मूल भावना का विस्तार तो बहुत विशाल है। ये भावना है अपने स्वाधीनता सेनानियों के मार्ग पर चलना, उनके सपनों का देश बनाना। जैसे देश की आजादी के मतवाले स्वतंत्रता के लिए एकजुट हो गए थे, वैसे ही हमें देश के विकास के लिए एकजुट होना है। हमें देश के लिए जीना है, देश के लिए काम करना है और इसमें छोटे-छोटे प्रयास भी बड़े नतीजे ला देते हैं।
Prime Minister called upon people to adopt and encourage local products as much as possible as mark of the 75-year celebrations of independence. He said that the Handloom Day provides an ideal opportunity for going for khadi and handloom products.
देश में खादी की बिक्री कई गुना बढ़ गई है। क्या कोई सोच सकता था कि खादी के किसी स्टोर से एक दिन में 1 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की बिक्री हो सकती है? लेकिन आपने ये भी कर दिखाया है। आप जब भी कहीं पर खादी का कुछ खरीदते हैं तो इसका लाभ हमारे गरीब बुनकर भाइयों बहनों को ही होता है। इसलिए खादी खरीदना एक तरह से जन सेवा भी है, देश सेवा भी है। मेरा आपसे आग्रह है कि आप सभी मेरे प्यारे भाइयों बहनों ग्रामीण इलाकों में बन रहे हैंडलूम प्रोडक्ट्स जरूर खरीदें और उसे #MyHandloom_MyPride के साथ शेयर करें।
On the occasion of Kargil Vijay Divas on July 26th, Prime Minister remembered the sacrifice and valor of our soldiers which resulted in India's spectacular victory in Kargil. He called upon people to work for unity of the nation in the same spirit as our freedom fighters had fought for our independence. He gave the mantra of nation first, always first to commemorate the historic occasion. Bureau Report, DD India.
And in his Mann Ki Baat program, the Prime Minister also said that the spirit of service is ingrained deeply in Indians. The Prime Minister said that India's centuries-old civilization has survived due to the spirit of service and sacrifice of its people. He also gave a few examples of people who are serving the nation through their unique initiatives.
Prime Minister praised the spirit of innovation and service of people of India, especially the youth. He highlighted the example of a software engineer, Sai Pranit, of Andhra Pradesh, who is providing free weather data to the farmers in local languages, and also Radhika Shastri, an entrepreneur from Tamil Nadu, who is providing free ambulance services to the people of remote areas of her region.
साई प्रणीत जी एक सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर है, आंध्र प्रदेश के रहने वाले हैं। पिछले वर्ष उन्होंने देखा कि उनके यहाँ मौसम की मार की वजह से किसानों को काफी नुकसान उठाना पड़ा था। मौसम विज्ञान में उनकी दिलचस्पी बरसों से थी, इसलिए उन्होंने अपनी दिलचस्पी और अपने टैलेंट को किसानों की भलाई के लिए इस्तेमाल करने का फैसला किया। अब वे अलग-अलग डेटा सोर्सेज से वेदर डेटा खरीदते हैं, उसका विश्लेषण करते हैं और स्थानीय भाषा में अलग-अलग माध्यमों से किसानों के पास जरूरी जानकारी पहुंचाते हैं। राधिका शास्त्री जी ने एम्बुरेक्स प्रोजेक्ट की शुरुआत की है। इस प्रोजेक्ट का मकसद है पहाड़ी इलाकों में मरीजों को इलाज के लिए आसान ट्रांसपोर्ट उपलब्ध कराना। राधिका कुन्नूर में एक कैफे चलाती है। उन्होंने अपने कैफे के साथियों से एम्बुरेक्स के लिए फंड जुटाया। नीलगिरी पहाड़ियों पर आज 6 एम्बुरेक्स सेवारत हैं और दूर दराज के हिस्सों में इमरजेंसी के समय मरीजों के काम आ रही हैं। एम्बुरेक्स में स्ट्रेचर, ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर, फर्स्ट एड बॉक्स जैसी कई चीजों की व्यवस्था है।
Prime Minister said that the spirit of service is ingrained deeply in Indians. Quoting a Sanskrit verse on importance of selfless service, he referred to the extraordinary story of a Chola Bhatura vendor from Chandigarh who provides free snacks to all those who get themselves vaccinated.
चंडीगढ़ के सेक्टर 29 में संजय राणा जी फूड स्टॉल चलाते हैं और साइकिल पर छोले भटूरे बेचते हैं। एक दिन उनकी बेटी रिद्धिमा और भतीजी रिया एक आइडिया के साथ उनके पास आई। दोनों ने उनसे कोविड वैक्सीन लगवाने वालों को फ्री में छोले भटूरे खिलाने को कहा। वे इसके लिए खुशी खुशी तैयार हो गए। उन्होंने तुरंत ये अच्छा और नेक प्रयास शुरू भी कर दिया। संजय राणा जी के छोले भटूरे मुफ्त में खाने के लिए आपको दिखाने पड़ेगा कि आपने उसी दिन वैक्सीन लगवाई है। वैक्सीन का मैसेज दिखाते ही वे आपको स्वादिष्ट छोले भटूरे दे देंगे। कहते हैं समाज की भलाई के काम के लिए पैसे से ज्यादा सेवा भाव, कर्तव्य भाव की ज्यादा आवश्यकता होती है। हमारे संजय भाई इसी को सही साबित कर रहे हैं।
Prime Minister said India's century-old civilization has survived and flourished only because of the spirit of service and sacrifice of its people, and urged people to take inspiration from these examples. Bureau Report, DD India.
And President Nath Koind has arrived in Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir today. He was received by Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on his arrival at the technical airport of Srinagar. The advisors to LG and senior officials from administration and the army were also present at the airport. The president was accorded a ceremonial reception after his arrival in Srinagar. During his 3-day visit, the president will pay homage to the indomitable courage and sacrifice of the Indian Armed Forces at the Kargil War Memorial in Dras tomorrow on the occasion of the 22nd anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas. President will grace and address the 19th annual convocation of the University of Kashmir in Srinagar on Tuesday. Meanwhile, preparations for the 22nd anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas are on in full swing. Elaborative arrangements are being made for the post-COVID pandemic mega event at the Kargil War Memorial in Dras. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 2-day visit to northeast region of the country. Home Minister has a busy schedule on the second day of his visit to Meghalaya. The Home Minister participated in an event to launch the Assam Rifles Green Sora Plantation Drive in Meghalaya. Sora, being situated on the summit of the southern ranges of Khasi Hills, receives full brunt of the monsoon directly from Bay of Bengal. Amit Shah said that Green Sora Plantation Drive will boost tourism and restore greenery in Cherrapunji, also known as Sora.
चेरापूंजी को फिर से हरा भरा बनाने का एक महत्वाकांक्षी प्रोजेक्ट आज शुरू हुआ है और यहाँ पर हमने मियावाकी सघन वृक्षारोपण करने वाले हैं। यह तकनीक घने और बहुस्तरीय वनों को बनाने के लिए बड़ी प्रसिद्ध तकनीक है। इससे मेघालय के पर्यटन को भी बढ़ावा मिलेगा, टूरिज्म को भी बढ़ावा मिलेगा और इको टूरिज्म का एक नया अध्याय मेघालय के इतिहास में भाई संगमा के नेतृत्व में जुड़ेगा।
Amit Shah also unveiled a water supply scheme under the Jal Jeevan mission. The Home Minister said that this project will provide pure drinking water to families in remote and hilly areas.
एक वाटर सप्लाई स्कीम का भी लोकार्पण है। लगभग 25 करोड़ रुपए से ग्रेटर सोहरा वाटर सप्लाई स्कीम आज शुरू होने जा रही है। डोनर मंत्रालय के जो अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट है उसमें बड़ा महत्वाकांक्षी प्रोजेक्ट है कि देश के आजादी के जब 75 साल हो गए तब मेघालय के 50 साल पूरे रचना है और उस वक्त 3,39,000 परिवारों को शुद्ध पीने का पानी पहुंचाने का काम संगमा सरकार पूरा कर देगी, इसका मुझे भरोसा है क्योंकि उसको जो आर्थिक मदद चाहिए थी वो पूरी आर्थिक मदद प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, भारत सरकार ने, डोनर मंत्रालय ने पूरी की है। लगभग 2139 करोड़ की कुल लागत से 2910 गांवों में 2,80,000 परिवारों को पीने का पानी पहुंचाने का एक महत्वाकांक्षी कार्यक्रम है।
Home Minister also inaugurated the Greater Sora Water Supply Scheme. And the Home Minister also visited the Ramakrishna Mission Ashram at Sora to pay floral tributes to the statue of Swami Vivekanand. Ramakrishna Mission at the Sora fosters and strengthens the spirit of national integration through its chain of schools. And now an update on the flood situation in Maharashtra. Relief and rescue operations are on in full swing in the rain-affected Maharashtra. Torrential rainfall in various parts of Maharashtra coinciding with discharge from dams led to floods across many districts in the state. Mahad and Polarpur in Raigad, Chiplun and Khed in Ratnagiri, along with various areas in Satara, Kolhapur and Sangli districts have been badly affected. 21 teams of NDRF, 7 teams of the Indian Navy, 4 teams of the SDRF and 3 teams each of the Indian Army and Coast Guard are working for rescue of the stranded civilians. Around 1,35,000 people have been evacuated from the flood-affected areas. 112 people and 3,221 animals were reported dead, while 53 people were injured and 99 missing. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray will review the flood situation in Chiplun today. And Union Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Narayan Rane and leader of opposition in Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis visited the flood-affected areas of Konkan to review the situation there. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has announced that candidates from rain and slide hit 7 cities of Maharashtra who are not able to reach the test centers for joint entrance examination main 2020 season 3 will be given another opportunity to appear in the test. The Education Minister in a tweet informed that the National Testing Agency has been advised to grant another opportunity to all candidates who have examination centers in cities of Kolhapur, Palghar, Ratnagiri, Raigad, Sindhudurg, Sangli and Satara who were not able to reach there on the 25th and 27th of July. He further informed that the students with examination centers in these cities need not panic and the dates for the same will be announced soon by the NTA. The candidates are further advised to keep visiting the official websites of NTA for the latest updates. More clarification related to JEE Main 2021, the candidates can also contact 011-407-59000 or email at jaemain@nta.ac.in. The Delhi government has decided to further relax COVID-induced restrictions with effect from Monday morning. Delhi Metro and public buses in the city will operate at a full seating capacity. Delhi Metro can operate with 100% seating capacity from Monday, although no standing passengers will be allowed. Similarly, multiplexes, theatres and cinema halls will be allowed to reopen with 50% capacity. Business-to-business exhibitions will also be allowed, but only with business visitors. Now 100 people can attend the marriage functions and last rites from Monday. The new relaxation has been announced in the view of a decline in COVID-19 cases in the national capital. 9 persons died and 3 were missing in Karnataka so far, with torrential rains causing flood-like situation across several parts of the state. Highways are blocked to bridges collapse, and this has led to traffic movement on highways in some parts coming to a total halt. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa conducted an aerial survey of the damages in the Dharwad district. DG NDRF S.N. Pradhan has said that the flood situation in Maharashtra, Karnataka and Telangana continues to be serious. He said more than 100 people have died in Maharashtra alone due to landslides. The DG NDRF said that rescue operations including continue in flood-affected states. 34 teams of the NDRF are working in Maharashtra, 7 in Karnataka and 8 in Telangana.
The situation in Maharashtra especially, and of course Karnataka to an extent and Telangana to an extent, continues to be serious because of the overflooding and waterlogging and also rains, continuous rains. The rescue operations are proving to be difficult, but however we are continuing to work. All over India more than 140 teams are working, and in Karnataka and Maharashtra only 50 plus teams are working. and they will continue to work till the situation gets normal. As things stand now, we have rescued nearly more than a few thousands, more than 3,000 to 4,000 people to safety and evacuated them. And of course, the major death toll has been due to landslides in Maharashtra.
And an update now on COVID-19 situation from across the country. The fight against COVID-19 continues in India. In the last 24 hours, the country has reported 39,742 new cases of COVID-19. The active caseload is currently at 4,08,212. Active cases constitute 1.3% of the total cases in the last 24 hours. 39,972 patients have recovered from COVID-19. As many as 3,05,43,138 patients have recovered from the virus from across the country so far. India's recovery rate currently stands at 97.36%. Weekly positivity rate remains below 5% and it's currently at 2.24%. Daily positivity rates remain below 3% for the 34th consecutive day and is now at 2.31%. What's the link between mutation and transmission rate? Why do mutations happen in areas where there is more transmission? Dr. Krishna Reddy, the country's country director, Access India, explains in detail to my colleague Sakal Bhatt on our special COVID series Doctor's Chat. You can watch the entire episode tonight at 8 p.m. on DD India.
The mutations tend to happen in areas where there is a more transmission. That means if more cases are there, for example, in the beginning of second wave, Maharashtra and Kerala recorded the most number of cases per day.
Okay.
So the more the people the virus infects, that means the more replication is happening. If it is more replication, that means more chances for mutations.
Okay.
So naturally, you will get mutations in the areas where there are more cases. But it is only a question of time before it spreads to the rest of the areas. Like the Delta variant which started in Maharashtra, and now you see across the world, 92 countries plus. And in fact, in the UK, the current wave, 98% of the mutations are Delta variants. So wherever it comes, because it comes in an area where your containment is poor, the number of cases are more, so the virus has a chance to mutate more. So the chance of new variant coming is much more in areas where the containment is not there.
And now for some updates from the Tokyo Olympics. Arvind Singh and Arjun Lal Jat of India are through to the semi-finals of the lightweight men's double sculls, having finished third in the repechage 2 behind Polish and Spanish teams at Tokyo 2020. And Nedra Komanan finishes the race second at 16th position in the women's laser radial event. Netra ends the day on 27th spot with 49 points. Indian table tennis star Manika Batra won her second round encounter against Margarita Pesotska of Ukraine at Tokyo Olympics. Coming back from a two-game deficit, Manika declared Pesotska 4-1, 4-1, 11-7, 12-10, 8-1, 11-5, 11-7 in 57 minutes. She now faces 10th seed Sofia Polkanova. And that's it then in this news. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.